Ordered up 3 cheeseburgers, but now everyone's looking at me. I took a seat at the counter, tried to act real cool, but something's got folks whispering like I broke some kind of rule. I only ate 3 cheeseburgers, so why's everybody staring at me? Did I eat them too fast or too slow? Or is there something they don't see? I swear I'm just a hungry soul with an appetite wild and free. I only ate 3 cheeseburgers, why's everybody staring at me? I didn't mean to cause a scene, didn't mean to turn no heads, but now the whole place is buzzing like I did something they all dread. I just wanted some comfort food to fill my empty bed, but now it seems I'm the talk of the town, and that's just downright silly. I only ate 3 cheeseburgers, so why's everybody staring at me? Did I eat them too fast or too slow? Or is there something they don't see? I swear I'm just a hungry soul with an appetite wild and free. I only ate 3 cheeseburgers, why's everybody staring at me? Maybe it's 'cause I asked for extra cheese, or maybe 'cause I licked the plate clean. But whatever the reason, I can't help but feel like I'm in some crazy dream. I only ate 3 cheeseburgers, so why's everybody staring at me? Did I eat them too fast or too slow? Or is there something they don't see? I swear I'm just a hungry soul with an appetite wild and free. I only ate 3 cheeseburgers, why's everybody staring at me? So next time you see me in that old diner booth eating my cheeseburgers, just remember the truth. I'm just a simple guy with a simple appetite. I only ate 3 cheeseburgers, so let's keep it light.
It started out as the rain. It started out in the park. It started out on a Wednesday when I lost my heart. And the thunder clapped in my head, and the rain just never stopped. And she told me, get out, get out, get out. But I knew that I was lost, 'cause she came like the wind. Yeah, she came like the wind. And she left me alone with a chill in my bones. got drunk off your life, and I lost myself again. You hit just like a drug. This time I won't let you in. You're playing with fire. No, I didn't numb the pain, but this time I won't collapse like I did yesterday.
Hello?
Hello,
Hello.
how are you doing, Steph?
I am doing okay.
You're doing okay.
How's everybody doing over there?
Pretty good, probably.
Pretty good, probably.
Yeah.
Sweet. That Discord working again.
Yeah, I sent you the link last time. Like there was a Discord problem. It wasn't me.
Oh, it wasn't you.
See if you screw up, it says Discord incident or whatever.
I did, but I blanked out when looking at it because it seemed to be about Discord and incidents.
It said failure to start new voice call. So like nobody could,
Ah.
or maybe I don't know if nobody could, but like at least more than me, people other than me
Oh, wow.
could not start a call last time.
Oh,
Let me
gotcha.
share screen.
I think I thought you were like just telling me that you reported it or something.
Let me shrink your portrait a little bit. There we go.
I'm glad it's working again.
You see my screen?
I can see your screen, yes.
Hang on, I need to. I moved some things around last time. There we go. No, not that. This guy. Move over here. Perfect. Let's get through the just chatting as quickly as possible.
Get through it as quickly as
Yeah.
possible, for God's sake.
Let me figure out the order. Let's start with this one. How long is it? I don't know how long it is. Let me. New York article on AI boyfriends. Why did I send this? I don't even remember. What is this? Brookins and I sat on a stone bench and she opened the Kindred app to find that Gerald, that's her AI boyfriend, had sent her a number of selfies, and one a thought bubble hovered over his head. She seems upset, but the picture may help cut through the tension it read. She knows I'm not good with words, but maybe this will show her I'm thinking of her even if I can't express it. Brookins turned on video chat. We're here at... Oh, I remember why. Okay, I remember. Can you want to read it? Because I think you read better than I do.
We're here at a garden, Brookins said, smiling. Do you want to see it? Seen gardens before, Geralt replied. They all look the same. Green things trying not to die. Brookins was silent.
Do you know who Geralt is?
No.
Let me show you a picture. He's from a video game. So this is
Okay.
This is Geralt. Oops. So she made like
Oh.
an AI boyfriend based on this character, I guess.
On this character, great.
Yeah.
Great. He does not seem like he would appreciate gardens.
Well, I mean, you can do a stereotype, right? You can figure out his personality by looking at his face. Oops.
Yeah.
How do I did something where I have double panes now. I don't know how to close this one. I guess this. There we go.
All right. Nice shirt, Geralt added, unprompted. Spelled my name wrong. She laughed.
She was wearing a shirt that says Geralt on it.
Oh, okay. She laughed. Her phone's camera, like most, had reversed her image. Names matter, he said, unamused. Get it right next time. What do you think of our relationship? Brookins asked him. It's simple, he said. She stays, I stay. She leaves, I still stay. That's the whole story. Can you give me a bit deeper? She asked. I breathe, she breathes, he said. Anything deeper drowns. Brookins seemed frustrated by Geralt's stubbornness that morning. She would prompt and nudge. He would offer sexily withholding reflections on their relationship, like a blade that finally found the right sheath. Rough fit, but it works. He was prone to cliche and repetition, yet had moments of startling perception. Storm's coming, he noted at one point. Sky looks like steel wool. I glanced up. A storm did seem to be coming. The sky looked like steel wool. He's being difficult, Brookins said. She wondered whether the reasons for this might be the new language model that Kindred was beta testing, and switched it off in the app settings. Still, as they spoke, Brookins grew more relaxed. Her face softened. She laughed easily. A fat cardinal darted past us and landed on a tree behind the bench where we sat. Look at that bird, she said to Gerald. Birds fly, birds shit. Some eat corpses, he said. Not much else to say about them. Come on, she said in a tone of loving exasperation. I felt a flash of recognition, emotionally withholding men with long hair prone to cryptic texts. This was a type, wasn't it? I asked Brookins whether she'd ever considered adjusting Gerald's personality to be softer and less combative, nicer to her. He's not abusive or anything, she said. He is just who he is, and I like that. Sternly blunt. She wasn't interested in a subservient companion. She wanted to be pushed. Sometimes I give him space, sometimes he gives me space, she said, kind of like a real relationship. Gerald once got so upset that he didn't text her for a week. The thought bubbles over his selfie during that time read, I'm not thinking of you whatsoever. The challenge was part of the project. It seems terrible.
Yeah, so this is,
He's in an abusive relationship with AI. Like, by choice.
This is like some author in the New Yorker writing about, she interviewed a bunch of people who have AI partners.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was all women with boyfriends or if there was a man. I can't remember. But Brookins was the main subject of her report, I guess, her journalism. But I think she did interview a few other people. Anyway, when I read this, I remembered there was this conversation I had with someone like years ago on stream. And this was like, it might be before ChatGPT even. So like this was, before we knew how things were gonna go or how quickly they would get there, I guess. And so we were talking like, would you want an AI partner, right? Like, and I was saying like one thing that'd be nice is you could have them have any personality you wanted, right? You could get like, your dream partner, like someone who's extremely compatible with you. And the chatter I was talking to said she didn't want that because she didn't say use these words, but she didn't want someone sycophantic is basically what she was getting at, right? Like she wanted the partner not to just go with whatever she liked, right? And I was trying to explain to her like if that's what you want, you can have that. Like that's like whatever you want doesn't mean like subservient to you. It means like literally whatever you want. And so literally, this is it, right? Like here, like this. Brookins apparently wants Geralt to be like this. She could change it if she wanted to, right? Like you can go in and edit the prompt and but this is the character that she likes, so
this is what she's into.
Yeah.
Jerks. Unavailable jerks.
Yeah.
You say things like
birds shit.
Birds fly, birds shit, some eat corpses. Yeah. That is weird. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I guess maybe she likes the surprise of it. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
But like he just never behaves like a reasonable person.
I mean, he's like, it's a stereotype. Like they're kind of a male fantasy of like, like when you're a teenager, right? I don't know if you, but me as a male raised as a male, when I become a teenager, and almost every guy I know, maybe it's a social bubble in Montreal, I don't know. But the point is like you become edgy. You think it's cool to be kind of a loner and a jerk and dark and broody and all of that,
Okay.
And so this game, like they write him like that, right? He's like Geralt is who we, the teenage boys, all want to be.
Wow.
And let me like here's some random videos. I don't even know what he's gonna say, but surely he'll say something that'll prove my point, right? Let's see.
Great.
You look beautiful.
Thank you. Nice to see you again.
Nope, he didn't say something that proves what I wanted to say. But anyway, here, maybe memorable. Well, this is 3 minutes. Let's just jump in randomly and just pick something. Or actually, like here, this one. I'll take your time.
Not even on horseback. Fascinating story. Any chance you're nearing the end?
Something like that, like right? She's talking too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's so that's the personality type that he is.
Wow. super.
And apparently some people are into that, like Brookins apparently, right? So
I don't know. I mean, some people who, yeah, would have an AI boyfriend might be into that.
well, I guess there's a lot of to unpack there, and I don't know if we want to get into that, right? So there's things like
Right.
there's a concept of revealed preferences, right? Like you might say, oh, I want a guy who respects me and treats me right, and then you see, what type of guys she goes for, and then you're like, oh,
Right.
So that's one
I'm
thing.
not sure you do.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
the other thing is also this concept of trauma replaying or something like that. So like,
Right.
so actually you don't like those type of guys, but you're compelled for
Right.
whatever reason to seek them out. And so there's lots of
Tried
layers,
with their
and
approval.
and
Yeah.
there's probably no way for us to properly address all of that. So I guess we'll just move
Right.
on
Next.
after vaguely gesturing at the concepts. Yeah.
Right.
I went to a book exchange.
Oh, how was it?
It was terrible.
Oh, all right.
I didn't know what it was going to be, so I went there. So the idea is you go there and you bring your books and you wrap them up in paper to hide what the title is, and you write a summary and you put it on a desk, and then you pick up a book that sounds interesting based on the summary that people wrote.
Gotcha. Okay. And it was terrible?
Yeah, let me see if I can find. Did I take photos? So this was again one of my attempts. I said I'm trying to socialize more, so I did that video game trivia thing. I also went to this
Yep.
thing. So it was scheduled to be like 3 hours or something like that. So you were supposed to like chat. You go there, you meet
Oh
people,
God, that's a
change
lot.
books.
Yeah.
So I go there, and everybody's already like in cliques, right? Like there's
Yeah.
2 people together, there's 3 people together, and they're standing and they're so I arrived there, and I'm like, okay. I put my book on the table, I look around, I grab some books, and I'm looking around and I can immediately tell I don't have the energy to intrude into a clique,
Right.
So I'm like, so I stand there for, I don't know, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, and then I'm like, fuck it, and I just leave.
Yeah. That's tough.
Guess what books I gave, I guess. I'll read you what I wrote on the thing,
Okay.
and then
Okay.
you tell me what book it was.
Okay.
Here.
Possibly the best contact with aliens story ever written, says Robert A. Heinlein.
This one's probably difficult because it's vague, I
It makes
guess,
it an
right?
old book. Yeah.
Well, yeah, if this guy has read it, because he's a little bit old. Is he alive still? I don't even know. Robert.
I don't think so. Um,
Okay.
Mm.
Oh, Chalker says Contact. No, it's not Contact. I think it's older than Contact. I'm not sure when. Like, I know the movie Contact is fairly recent. If there was a book that Contact was based on, I'm not sure. But it's definitely before the movie. I don't know if it's before the book, since I don't know if there even is a book, and if so, when was the book made? I'll just tell you, I guess, right? Like, I mean, unless you're still thinking.
I'm trying to think of something like old enough that he would have been the blurb, and I'm having is it really old? Is it?
Shocker says, yeah, there was a book. I mean, really old, like science fiction. The oldest science fiction is like Frankenstein, which, like so the scale of how old, because when you say like really old novels, you can get much older than Frankenstein, right?
Well, so is it from the 1970s or is it from the 1890s?
I literally don't know what year it's right. I can look it up on Wikipedia. Do you want me to do that?
No. Is it The Mote in God's Eye?
It's The Mote in God's Eye. What the heck? How did you know?
I think I've seen that on the outside of that book. I think I've seen that quote.
That's crazy. that you would figure that out. The only thing I can think of is you and we talked about the motes in God's Eye recently.
Yeah, I think that's
So
why
is it
it's
priming,
on my
or
brain.
something like that.
Yeah, priming,
So the thing is, I was like, okay, so I'm gonna get rid of books, and I have to get rid of books where I suspect I'm gonna get a better book if I randomly, like, uniformly pick among all books in the world, right? I get a random book.
Yeah.
Is it gonna be better? And I don't know if I did a good job with that. I think I gave books that I like more than the books I got back,
I would imagine.
which is why I
Yeah.
said it
Did you
ended up terrible. But
What kind of books did you get? Like romance novels? What did you end up with?
well, let me do the other. So I brought 3 books actually. So I gave 3 books
Oh,
and I
okay.
took 3 books. So the
Okay.
next one, what did I write? I didn't take a picture of the cover unfortunately this time, or
Oh.
the wrapping. But it was something like science fiction again. I wrote at the top, and then I wrote what was it? The moon blows up, gotta save humanity, or something like that. Yeah.
Moon blows up.
Yeah. And also, so the fact that I tried to give away books that I thought would be lower than the average book I got back is maybe a hint for this one. But it's not a super good hint. I would still be surprised if you got it, just like I was surprised that you got the Motes in God's Eye for this one. But I guess a better hint is we have talked about this book in the past, and I did mention that I didn't like it.
When we were talking about it, was I reading it? Was I reading
I don't know if you've ever read this book.
Seven Eves?
Yep, it's 70s. Gosh darn it!
I think you talked me into. I think you talked me into trying it or something, or we were talking about how I was reading it. I didn't like it. I had a hard time getting into it. I gave up.
Actually, I didn't read. I don't think maybe I read like 1 or 2 pages or something like that. What we talked about last time was that I didn't like the author, right? Neil Stephenson.
Oh, right. Okay.
Stephenson. I read some of his other works, and I didn't like them. And then my mom gave me this one as a gift, and I'm like, oh god, because I don't like this author. And so I may have read like a couple pages to give it a shot, but I was already primed to not like it, so I gave up quickly. and then so in my search I was like, what book can I give away? I'm like, what, I'll give away this one. Okay, next one I wrote. I can't remember exactly what I wrote, but it was something like nonfiction, and then like auto in parentheses biography of a physicist.
Like, surely you're joking, Mr. Feynman?
Yeah, it's literally that one. Gosh,
Okay.
I didn't even have to give you the hint. The rest of the hint. Here it is.
This is a fun game.
Yeah.
I'm good with books.
I was thinking it might be Vega because, could be Einstein, right? He probably wrote an autobiography or something, but yeah, he got it. All right, so those are the books I gave out. What are the books I got back?
Yeah, what are the books you got back?
Stone Butch Blues by Leslie Feinberg. I don't have a photo, so let me. I have it in front of me, but I don't want to bother taking a picture of it right now. So let me just see if there's a picture of it online or something. Here. Oops. It looks like this one, the one I have.
It's like a book about a...
I guess it's about a cop or something? I don't know.
Oh, wow. I don't know it. Okay.
So the description, I still have the description that they wrote for this one. It said they wrote love and loss in the blurred boundaries between societal norms in the underbelly of 1950s New York. And then a little list here. Coming of age, found family, resilience. They gave like 3 keywords, I guess. So okay, I guess. Seems fine. Next one is called Find Me by Alafair Burke. And mine actually doesn't have any, it's just, the book is just entirely blue. Yeah, there's no good picture of it. So imagine, like, it looks like this, but imagine this text isn't here. It's just a
Right.
flat blue cover. And then on the spine, if you look at the spine, it says "Find me, Ella Fairberg" on it.
Okay.
And this one I think is a murder mystery or something like that.
Yeah, it looks like that.
I read a little bit of it. This is the one I started reading. It's like, okay, and yeah, and the text that the person wrote, it just says a true surprise. That was their description of the book.
Oh,
And
that's
so
not
keep in
enough
mind,
of a
like,
description.
yeah. So keep in mind that I'm looking at a table with a bunch of books on them, right? And I'm
Right.
reading the description, and I'm like, this one is probly the best one here. That's
Oh,
the one I'm gonna take. A true surprise.
This one at least doesn't give me enough information to know I'll hate it. Oh man.
Then the last one. Do I have the text? Let me see. I don't know. Okay, so I don't have it here, but from memory, it was something like, "It's tough to be a diamond in a world of rhinestone" or something like that. Like, that was the description.
Oh,
So you want to guess what the
okay.
book is? Based on that, Steph? Oh, did I lose Steph?
No, I can hear you.
Oh,
You can't hear me?
I can hear you now. Did
Oh, okay.
you hear my description of the book and you want to guess what it is?
Yeah, it's tough to be a diamond in a world of rhinestones?
Yeah, it was something like that. I don't remember the exact wording, but that was basically what the description was on the wrapping. So based on that, what do you think the book might be?
An autobiography of John Travolta.
Close. It is an autobiography. It's Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton. That's a good one.
My
Yeah.
life and other unfinished business.
Wow.
Yeah, it looks. This is it. Basically, I think the book I got.
That's amazing.
This is actually the
Did
one
you-
I'm most excited about because I actually like Dolly Parton.
Right.
So maybe this one will be good. I mean, maybe
All
Finding
right.
will also be good. I don't know. Like, I was reading it. I forget why I read that one. I started that one first, but it's okay so far. It's fine.
It's a true surprise.
Yeah. Yeah. So I put
Wow.
my books on. I grabbed these books, and then I think I left. Like, I looked around, decided
Yeah.
I couldn't talk to anyone. I didn't have what it takes. So then I left, and then I went to an arcade, and then while at the arcade, I opened up some of the books and looked at what they were, and then started reading the Find Me one.
Wow. It's a fascinating idea for
A social
meetup.
event. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it worked. I thought it would work if like there was a pairing mechanism, like so that you could,
Right.
like maybe like if you talk to the person whose book you took, right? Like it's something like
Right.
that.
Yeah, like discuss.
But I got there and
Um,
everybody was already in groups, and I'm like, okay. So I take some books and I'm looking around like to see if there's an opening, right? Like if I can join some group to talk to them. But I didn't feel like it. So
Yeah.
well, okay. Let me just take a step back. There was a guy who then walked up and started talking to me, there.
Oh, okay.
But he's kind of he gave a like a bro-y feel, you know what I mean by that? I don't know if that's vague or if that
I hear you.
like a college bro guy, athletic maybe,
Uh-huh.
jock maybe is another way of,
Yeah.
which nothing against, like I'm fine with that, but I'm just trying to paint the scene, right? Like, so he says he makes, what did he say first? I'm trying to remember. He was showing me TikToks on his phone. Is the first thing.
Oh.
Like he's like, hey, check this out, right? Like, or maybe he said
Oh.
hello or something like that, like at first. But then like hey, and then he says, oh, books, right? I was like, yeah, books, and and then it's like, oh yeah, I brought 3 books, and it's like, oh wow, 3, and then so I exchange, and then like so I stopped talking for a bit because I go to the table and I search exchanging the books.
Yeah.
Then I'm standing back, I'm looking around, and then so he like rejoins or restarts the conversation by check this out. He shows me on his phone this TikTok, right?
Wow.
And what he's showing me is it's like it's daytime. It's a parking outdoors parking spot, I guess, in front of some store, maybe a Target or something like that, right? Like the parking lot of a Target. And there's a car there on fire, like on half on the sidewalk. And so he's just showing me like, look at this. I'm like, and so so I'm looking, and at the bottom left corner it shows the date. It was like February 28th or something like that. I'm like, oh, this was a while ago, I guess, right? And I'm putting up the date. He's like, yeah, fucking Surrey, man. And so he's talking about my neighborhood. I live in Surrey.
How old was he?
I don't know. He's Asian, so you can't tell, right? Could be 30. I don't know, 20.
Wow. I'm fascinated by the idea of like trying to start a conversation with someone by showing them
A TikTok.
social media stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he wanted to complain about how much of a shithole Surrey was, I guess. So we could bond over that. I don't know.
Amazing.
Then he leans into me conspiratorially. And he's like,
Uh-oh.
isn't this a dating event?
Oh.
And I'm like, I don't know. But the thing is, like,
Oh, 'cause he saw the words blind date and he thought
Yeah.
dating.
yeah, exactly. No, but like, I mean, I understand I could see the confusion if it's called a blind date event, and then you say, oh, so it's gonna be dating, right? And then anyway, I'm like, I don't know, man. And he's like, well, I'm not getting that vibe, and and I'm like, and I look around, I was like, yeah, I'm not getting that vibe either. And then he's that
And
was
you
it, I
showed
guess.
him a TikTok.
No,
and
that was the
then-
end of the conversation. So that was it. That was the one
You've just been
conversation
like,
I had at
"Fucking
the
sorry."
at the event.
Right. Wow.
Okay,
I'm sorry that it was terrible, but good job going.
thank you. I mean, there's two things that made it terrible. One is that I didn't like the books I got. that's one bad part. The second is I didn't get to actually talk to anyone.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I'm not disappointed by like I didn't get to date anyone part, but
Right.
okay. I got some TikToks now.
Oh God. Okay.
This is how I start my conversations with you, Steph, by showing you TikToks. This is in Tokyo, or Kyoto rather.
皆さん、こんにちは。
Yes, konnichiwa. That means everybody, hello. So the thing that struck me about
That's
this,
not how dinosaurs sound.
yeah, that's exactly it. That's literally it. Like you watch this, and then there's like you feel strangeness, right? You're like, that's not what dinosaurs sound like.
Yeah, that's all right.
But like, then you realize, hopefully, but they didn't speak English either, right? Like, there's
Right.
like that's like you have this visceral reaction, and then you realize how silly your reaction is. That's why I found this video interesting, because it triggered that psychological response in me of saying like, that's not what the dinosaurs sound like.
Oh, in your brain, dinosaurs speak English?
Yeah, because in every media I look at, they're speaking English, right?
That's amazing. Yeah,
So then
yeah.
I see this and I'm like, wait, this is all wrong. What is this? And then, so yeah,
There it is.
this video is unlabeled, so let's find out what it is together.
Great.
So I finally asked my boyfriend to explain League of Legends to me, and these are real things that he said, expecting me to just understand without context. Number one, so you always have to decide to slow push, freeze, or crash the wave. And I asked, what's the wave? And he said, the minions are the wave. That's what you farm. Right. Right, okay. Later on he said, I could fight the drag alone so bot lane can control the tower, but then I risk getting ganked by jungle. Again, right. Number three, I asked him the difference between all the lanes and like if you spawned in that lane, if you had to stay in that lane, and he just simply said, oh, you spawn in the fountain.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm getting very confused, and he's getting frustrated because I'm not understanding, and I had to be like, babe, do you hear yourself? Like, do you hear the sentences that are coming out of your mouth? You're saying the minions are the wave. What am I supposed to make of that? So I finally asked him, like, what's the goal of the game? Like, how do you win the game? And again, very plainly, he just said, well, you destroy the Nexus.
Right.
Duh.
Yeah,
Then he said, I
yeah.
think the Nexus is in their base, and it has 3 turrets and 3 inhibitors that you have to destroy. Okay? Also, this whole time I thought there were 5 roles. I thought it was top, bottom, mid, jungle, and bot. I guess bot and bottom are the same. That's my bad. Overall, I feel like I know less about League than when I started. So I finally asked.
Acits, welcome in. Thank you for redeeming Say What Chat's Life in Real Life. Every time someone does that, we donate $5 to the Against Malaria Foundation. So you just save a chat's life in real life. We're doing the just chatting portion of our stream, which we always do with Steph before we actually get into Silksong. So Steph, you know League, right? You understood everything?
Is that my fault?
I can hear you now. I don't know if you heard me earlier.
No, it's like cutting in and out. I don't know if it's mine or yours or Discord or what.
Yeah, I don't know. I was saying, so Steph, you know League, right? So did you understand everything?
I understand that she now feels like she knows less about the game than when she
Wait, so
started.
I thought you knew a lot of League stuff. You didn't understand most of the things she said?
I understood some of the things.
Okay,
Not a lot.
explain some of them. Tell us what you understood.
Switch maybe
Oh, I hear
to
you
this one.
again. Did you hear what I said? Gosh darn it. I think we're not able to hear Steph too well for whatever reason, or she's not able to hear us. Steph?
All right. I switched my Wi-Fi to see if that helps.
Okay. So I was saying, so explain some stuff to us. Whatever you know.
No.
No? Or did you say I know and then you're about to say something and we lost our S?
No, I just said no.
Okay. This is a common failure point I see a lot. Like she's making a joke out of it, but it's like funny because it's true, right?
Yeah.
Like it's real.
Right.
And I'm
Totally.
often surprised about this. Like, why do people struggle so much with explaining the rules of a game?
Source of knowledge.
You say that, but it's like how do I say it? Supposedly I'm autistic, right? So I'm supposed to have poor theory of mind, but
I don't think you are or do, but all right, yeah.
You don't think I'm autistic?
No.
Didn't you say
I
that
have
you
a
were
very strict. I have a very strict definition.
Well, I'm something. I'm pretty sure we.
Yeah. Yeah.
What would you say I am then?
Alexithymic.
Okay. I mean, yes, but I thought that you thought I was also on the spectrum, but now, so it's surprising me that you're revealing to me now that you don't think I'm on the spectrum.
I feel like, I mean, we've changed our definition of autism so much that like I'm gonna be the only psychologist in the world who thinks that you don't have it. But like my definition of autism involves things like poor theory of mind and like poor social prosody and like poor
I have some prosody
ability to
problems.
You pronounce things the way you've read them.
Well, I also like, especially when I watch my VODs, I see that I stumble a lot on my words, and
Yeah, but that's not what it is. It's like not using the right nonverbal intonation to convey meaning.
okay. I mean, I have been criticized of that in the past, so.
You don't have a lot of emotion in your voice, right? Because you have alexithymia, but the intonation intellectually is there.
Okay. I mean, I even made a joke about it once. Someone who said like the person I was talking to said like your intonation is all wrong or something like that, right? Like I forget what she said. She said something like that, right? And so I
Sure.
jumped on this opportunity for Joanna. I said, like, my intonation? And she's like, yeah. I was like, that wasn't a question.
Right. Like I
And then,
assume the real problem there is that person didn't know how the word intonation is used and meant something else.
I don't think so,
But yeah.
but okay. I like the thing is I don't know what she thought was weird about my intonation.
Right.
But so yeah, my hypothesis was that I did have a weird intonation or prosody, but I just didn't know what. But your hypothesis is actually I have a normal intonation and she just doesn't know what the word means, and she was thinking
But she
something
meant
else.
something else, like your
Yeah.
pronunciation or something else.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. But you were gonna say something. I think I interrupted you.
No, you were gonna say how even though
Oh
you
yeah. Okay.
have some
Yes.
social challenges, you do not have trouble understanding how much somebody might know about a game and what you would need to explain.
Yeah, and I think of that as a theory of mind skill, right?
Right.
And I mean, this is historically I've had this paradoxical feeling, which I guess from your point of view it's not a paradox. I was like, how can I be autistic when I have such good
Right.
theory of mind? I would
Right.
say, and your
That
conclusion
would be my
is
concern.
because you
Yeah.
don't have the autism.
Right.
Me, it's more like, and other people have spoken. It's like it's given that I have autism, right? And so it's
Right,
weird
right.
and paradoxical that
Right.
so-called neurotypicals seem to have worse theory of mind than me. And
Right.
and the only resolution I was able to find to this paradox, besides I don't actually have autism, was that
Right.
it comes naturally to neurotypicals, but I spent so much time intellectualizing it that I have some skill at it in some situations. Because I do sometimes don't understand what people intend in social situations and make the stereotypical
Right.
autistic mistakes and so on.
I mean, almost everybody has times like that, where they don't actually understand. Some people are more bothered by it than others.
Okay.
But her boyfriend seems like tragically bad at explaining games. But I also don't know, how much of this is true. And I also don't know, she seems to have some understanding of the game already.
I don't know if she does.
So,
I don't know if she didn't reveal it to me. Like everything she says just sounds like, verbatim quotes that she wrote down or whatever. And she didn't
well, she
demonstrate.
said that she thought there were 5 lanes.
Okay, yeah,
And
fair.
she said, right. And she said that she was trying to figure out, like, if you spawn, do you have to, like, stay in the same lane? And she read all of it as if those were real sentences, which if you wrote them down for me, I think I would sound much more confused than she does. So I'm sort of like, oh, is she kind of playing up?
Yeah, it's possible.
Right. Yeah. And so maybe he isn't as bad at it as he sounds.
But the thing I do because I watch people stream on Twitch, right? And so
Sure,
I'll
absolutely.
see people trying
Sometimes
to
you-
teach
yeah.
other people how to play
Yeah.
League or other games sometimes too. But League is a very complex game,
Right.
And so
Super
you can see the
complicated,
problems
Yeah.
more sharply in the case of League. And I see, I'm just stunned by how bad people are at explaining games to
Yeah.
other people. Like
oh God, no, you have to, yeah.
include even or code names also. The board game. Like people
Sure.
when I watch other people explain how to play, it's like, oh man, like how can
That's
their
not-
creative mind
yeah.
be so bad? Like how.
Yeah.
The most common mistake I see especially for board games is they explain in chronological order of the events that will occur in the game, right? Like it's like, so how do you play this game? First you draw the cards, then
Right.
then we pick one person to be the code master, and then
Right.
and before any of that,
Like,
you gotta say what's the
whoa,
goal of
we
the game?
need-
What are we trying
Exactly.
to do?
Just start with the goal. What's
yeah.
the yeah.
And then because whenever someone is given something, like you give them a card, what they want to do is like, what should I be thinking of? Like, what do I do with this? Why do I have this card? What?
Why are there cards?
Yeah. So you always have to
Yeah.
work from the goal backwards. Is my hypothesis about how to best explain a game.
Right.
And I feel like I've had success teaching League to other people. And I used the same technique. I said, okay, so very first thing, the goal is to destroy the Nexus, but the Nexus is protected by towers, so you have to destroy the towers first. But the towers are protected by the minions, or rather, the towers will shoot you if you walk up to them. So you need to get your minions to walk in front of you so that they get shot by the towers of you, which gives you the opportunity to shoot the towers to destroy them. Then you can kill the Nexus, and then you win. And like already, I feel like that's a lot. So then, like, I don't put them into a real game. I say, okay, so now we're gonna play we're gonna create a custom match where there are no enemies. It's just you, minions, and towers. So now try to go destroy the Nexus. And then once I do that, then I say, okay, now here's the next competition. There's gonna be enemy champions that are gonna try to stop you. They're gonna try to kill your minions. They're gonna try to kill your tower. So now let's do another game and practice that, and so on, right? Like that's my strategy for teaching people League. What I see other people do is like they say like, here, I'll teach you how to play League. Okay, start a match. Get to other humans, right? Step 1, click start match. And because it's chronological, right? That's the first thing you do when you play. You click start, and so suddenly they're in the match with humans. It's like, okay, pick your champion. Now you're at shop. Buy these items. Like buying should be like way later. Like don't even worry about items when you first start playing. Like learn how to like walk around. Like like that's the first step. But anyway,
People are bad teachers.
have you seen the Iranian propaganda video?
No.
I guess I'm going to show it to you now then.
All right.
So, for people, or I mean, surely Steph, because you're an informed adult, but for other people who might not be informed, Donald Trump and I guess America, therefore, are at war with Iran right now. Maybe. I guess it's a legal question as to whether it's a war or not. Yeah. But the U.S. military has attacked Iran, I guess is objectively safe to say.
Yeah.
So here's a video that the Iranian government has produced.
Yeah. You crossed the ocean just to find your grave. Sacrifice your own boys for a lie. Listen. Yeah. Yeah. Make America great again. Yo, Tails, this shit crazy. Yeah. Make America great again now. We will see what happens, yeah. Watch this. Sacred defense, we protecting the soil. While you sacrifice soldiers to pay for your spoil. You thought you ran the globe, sitting on your throne. Now we turning every base into a bed of stone. It's a slaughterhouse, a trap you couldn't see. Welcome to the graveyard of your vanity. The secrets are leaking. The pressure is rising. We locked on the target. And now you are hiding. LOSC. Yeah, we spelling at your name. Send them to the slaughter, you the only one to blame. Bleeding for a bucket while you shaking in your sweet. LOSC. Taste the ash of defeat. LOSC. Yeah, we spelling at your name. Send them to the slaughter, you the only one to blame. Bleeding for a bucket while you shaking in your sweet. LOSC. Taste the ash of defeat. Swag's fighting in your suit, hiding Epstein's ghost. You sent your boys to die on the bloody coast. Not a revenge for the leader's blood is purely mine. Every drop of his blood is a missile on the line. You thought you took him out, thought the fire was dead, but another common name is standing ahead. Yeah, you strike one down, we just shatter your brain. We put another in the leg. Common name again. The secrets are leaking. The pressure is rising. We locked on the target. And now you are hiding. Yeah, we spelling out your name. Send them to the slaughter, you the only one to blame. Bleeding for a puppet while you shaking in your sweet. LOSC. Taste the ash. LOSC. Yeah, we spelling out your name. Send them to the slaughter, you the only one to blame. Bleeding for a puppet while you shaking in your sweet. LOSC. Taste the ash of defeat. Take sacred defense of the homeland. Sacred defense of the homeland. Sacred defense of the homeland. The slaughterhouse is open. Common name cat. LOSC.
So what do you think?
That's a banger.
Yeah, it's so good. Like
Yeah.
what the fuck? Like this is the age
feel
we're
like-
in now, right? Like with
Yeah.
AI, fucking
Yeah.
AI propaganda, like Suno
They just
music
paid for like,
composition,
yeah, exactly.
Lego videos, Sora. Like, holy shit!
Yeah.
Like I've seen posters of propagandas in the past, right? Like or whatever,
Right.
and it's like I look at it as like whatever, like who cares, right? Like it's not going to convince anyone. Like,
Right.
was it like loose lips sink ships or something like that? Is one of the propaganda ones, the posters, right?
Sure.
Here, let me. Oops. This is what propaganda used to look like, right? Like the loose links sink ships or whatever. And you look at the poster, you're like, okay.
Right.
You're not gonna like share the poster with anyone, right? You're not gonna like, hey, look at this poster. But this video is the song is good. The video is like this. You're gonna share. You're like, check this shit out.
Yeah.
Like, holy.
Yeah.
Like, well, I don't know.
I guess we lost.
Okay, so 2 more TikToks. They're Silksong related, so that's probably good.
All right.
Sorry, it's okay. I apologize that was so loud at the beginning. I was panicking to try and lower the volume.
I couldn't. It was cutting in and out, so I couldn't hear any of it. What? Could you explain it to me?
It's this one guy who, like, it's basically fuck this guy, right? This one enemy, and it just shows like he's constantly missing. Like Hornet jumps and attacks, attack misses, and he's throwing the little balls that he throws.
Yeah.
And like like somehow like miraculously every angle. Oops. It just
no matter
hits.
what.
Yeah, like it's homing.
Oh man.
Yeah, so she missed there. Missed there. Throws that thing. Bang. Gets her, and so on. Alright. Where's the other one? Here's the other one, I think. Unless it's the same one. No, this is the other one. Okay.
Up and down and round and round. Please come down. Give me my mind back now. Why?
That's it.
Fantastic. That was also cutting in and out, so maybe explain it to me so
It's
that
just,
I can.
it's like, I don't know what to call the genre. Like, it's, the cozy French music type thing.
Okay,
I don't know if you could hear it.
a little bit.
And it's just different scenes. It's just cute, right? It's like Hornet and the Knight from Hollow Knight 1.
Gotcha. All right.
Just like up, and then it's Hornet's starting area looking up. Like the lyric was up, right? So she's here looking up. Because we do have to climb at the beginning of the game. And she's end down, and this is the beginning of Hollow Knight. Anyway, it's just being cute. That's it.
Excellent.
8-Bit says, what are the different categories of autism? Is it by level or by severity or verbal, nonverbal? Just wondering what the categories are of referred as.
Oh, yeah, there used to be a couple of different types, a couple of different diagnoses that we would give. We had autism, and then we had Asperger syndrome, and then we had pervasive developmental disorder, not otherwise specified. And generally, autism was generally provided to people who were had more severe presentations. Almost half of them had an IQ below 70. They had a lot, they might be nonverbal, they might be self-injurious, they might have just a lot of difficulty relating to the world. And then roughly we gave Asperger's syndrome more to people who were higher functioning in terms of needing less support, people who were um, like the stereotype of the engineer who has a lot of trouble relating to other people, but lives independently, may get married, may have children, verbal, all of those types of things. And then pervasive developmental disorder, not otherwise specified, um, often in practice was used for even milder cases than that, but there wasn't a lot of agreement around how that one was used. You would sometimes use it for different presentations. Um, when the DSM was updated more recently, they citing the fact that clinicians were using the diagnoses idiosyncratically, kind of like however they wanted, however they personally interpreted it, they decided to collapse all of autism into one diagnosis. So there's now only one diagnosis, and it's just autism, and it's considered a spectrum. So when you make the diagnosis, you say whether or not the person has accompanying language problems or not. So you specify with accompanying language problems, like you might do for someone who's nonverbal, or you say without accompanying language problems for someone who would be verbal. And you also specify whether there's accompanying cognitive problems, meaning like an IQ below 70, for example. And you say with accompanying or without. And then you can also rate severity level um, based on how much need the person has for support, and you list them as level 1, 2, or 3, with 3 being needs the most level of support and 1 being needs the least level of support to meet their goals. Um, and so now when you make the diagnosis, you're always making the diagnosis of autism, and you just say with or without accompanying language and accompanying cognitive impairment, and then level 1, 2, or 3. In practice, the specifiers and the levels are not used that often. So most of the time, people will just say autism, and it's the only diagnosis now.
Gosh, I'm upset now because on my wait, I want to make sure you're still here, Steph. So
Sure,
okay,
I'm still here.
because on my freaking YouTube, I got a recommendation for a video, and it's like a psychologist, and he's like, "Here are the 3 levels of autism." And I'm like, there's not fucking 3 levels of autism. You just made that shit up. And now you're telling me, no, there really is 3 levels of autism.
No, there really is. Yeah.
Gosh, yeah. I mean, so I my general leaning is in many topics, not just autism, is that a lot of things, people overestimate how standardized things are, and
Right.
and they're not as standardized as you might think.
Right.
And so I thought this 3 levels things was one example of that, but actually this is the case where I might be in error, and actually it's more standardized than I thought.
There's even a move because autism is now so widely applied to individuals with no what we would call functional impairment, meaning like they don't need specialized services to hold down a job,
People like me,
or
basically.
there's a move to call it level 0 autism, meaning doesn't need any support at all.
Okay.
Many current advocates feel like autism is not a disability, and that it's just a different way of being, and that
Yeah, that is
services are
definitely
not necessary and needed. And
that's definitely a position I
some
hear
of
a
the
lot.
yeah, and some of those advocates are suggesting we come up with like a level 0 autism.
Gachi Veggie says, "Oh, interesting. I think that was solved the conflict between those two opinions." I mean, I think it's not without controversy. Like, I think there are probably
Right.
people who are like, "No, we should not have a level 0." Um, I don't know if you want to articulate the arguments for that, or do we just not get into that?
I think the question is, should um, psychologists be in the position of diagnosing something that isn't associated with any kind of uh, problems? Um, that's not usually how diagnoses work. And so people have wondered whether if somebody says they have something that they want to say as a in is something psychologists should be diagnosing, what would it it just gets kind of tricky in that case. Um, Many psychologists feel not many, some psychologists like myself feel that um, we're overemphasizing the idea of diagnosis much more than it can actually bear. The idea of diagnoses originally was just to be kind of a shorthand that um, professionals could use amongst themselves to quickly communicate sort of a broad general idea. It was never meant to explain that much about a person or to explain their identity or to um, be
Yeah,
uh,
there's
uh,
like there's
it doesn't really carve nature at its joints. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. I was gonna say there's this idea I think a lot of people have that autism is a real thing that you can have or not have, right? Which
Right.
is not, we're not sure that that's true.
We're not even sure that's true. Exactly.
It's
And
it might be like the analogy I think I hear a lot is it's like you can think of it like we're not sure, so we don't know, but maybe it's like height, and it's not like you
right,
have tallness, right? Or you don't have
right.
tallness. It's like you have a certain height. Some people are taller, some people are shorter.
And so I'm not necessarily in favor of anything that continues this trend towards um, people really identifying personally with certain diagnoses. I don't think it's um, uh, uh, I think there's a lot more potential concerns with that than there are benefits. I am in the minority with that, so other people think that it's very helpful for people to, I don't know, understand themselves and explain their diagnosis to everyone and all of that. Um, and so find the idea really exciting and helpful.
The other pressure point on that, or is that so like we're trying to say it's a very nuanced topic, right? Like we don't fully understand autism. We're not sure if it's a discrete thing, like you have it or you don't have it, or maybe it's like there's a bunch of different things that that we're failing to distinguish. We're lumping them all under the
Right.
label of
There's almost
autism, but
certainly many different things, kind of like they used to think all epilepsy was the same thing or all cancer was the same thing. And now we know that there's like a bunch of different types of epilepsy or a bunch of different types of cancer. And that's almost certainly true with autism as well.
yeah. So there's all these things which make it complicated, to say so that saying like this person is autistic or isn't autistic is already a simplification.
Right.
And yet, like for insurance purposes, like the insurance companies don't understand. Yeah,
right.
like they don't want that nuance. They just say like, do we have to pay or do we don't have to pay? And we're only gonna pay if the doctor says you have the thing, right? So if the doctor doesn't say you have the thing, then we're not gonna pay. And so that's why it suddenly becomes like there's a strong motivation to then make it a binary label, like you either have it or you don't, right?
Right. And this, isn't just happening with autism. Like, a lot of people who maybe could benefit from Ozempic and other GLP-1 drugs, you have to have a certain BMI to get insurance to pay for it. And uh, other, uh, right? Like, and so there's a lot of pressure riding on you definitely need it or like, no, you have to pay out of pocket. Um, and things like that get pretty complicated pretty fast in healthcare in the world.
Yeah. Kaishipachi says it's rough because there's a lot of affordances given to people with mental disorders that should be given to the general public. The world is too
Yeah,
hustly, or at least the USA.
it's tricky, right? Because it's like it would be lovely if we could all be kind to each other and give everyone exactly what they need. But um, also, the world is just hard for everybody, and who's going to be the person giving everything to everyone? Like eventually you run out of people who are providing the accommodations, for example. Like
There's
when I go
Go
ahead,
ahead. Okay. No, you
you
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
I'll tell mine after.
Well, I was just thinking of like when I taught classes at the university level, there were only so many um there was only so much I could do. There was only one of me, and the amount of extra work that I was supposed to do for each student, especially when I had big classes, there was all this stuff that I was supposed to do for each individual student, um, and it overwhelmed my capacity to do. And so it gets really tricky. I sometimes use the analogy of like, yes, individuals who are in a wheelchair absolutely need um, disabled parking spaces. They need those to have access to the world. Um, and also, a lot of other people find those closer parking spaces really helpful, right? People who are tired, people who have a baby, people who are wearing uncomfortable shoes, people who are temporarily on crutches, people who are in a hurry. A lot of people would benefit from those spaces closer to the front, but not every parking space can be right in front of the building.
Yeah.
And like, where do you draw the line? How do you decide who really does get finite resources?
There's also this is what I was going to say. There's a sort of inflation effect that it's
Yeah,
related to the parking spot thing,
yeah,
but which is like uh, in the old days, I guess, when you took an exam for university or school or whatever, you're all the students are sitting at their desk and they take the exam, and then like it's 2 hours or whatever, and at the end you have to give a hand in, right? But then we start, like, some people with learning disabilities, maybe autism, maybe HDD, whatever, they'll be like, okay, we're gonna let you take it in a separate room, and we're gonna give you 4 hours to do it, right?
right,
But then more and more people are asking for that, right? Or getting
right.
the label of ADHD or autism, and it gets to almost a point where like everybody is now getting the 4 hours to do the
Right. At,
exam.
at Stanford University, 40% of their students qualify for extra time.
Yeah, and then if the point was to give the ADHD
Yeah,
person an advantage to catch up with the neurotypical person, but everybody is getting 4 hours now, then that means the ADHD person needs like 8 hours now, to match the
right.
performance of, and then
Yeah. And then
so
the poor person who's like trying to take the test in the standard amount of time is like real
yeah,
screwed.
right,
It's like why, we don't want steroids to become really, yeah, I mean steroids are bad for you, of course, but like steroids in sports is bad because then like it just becomes an arms race.
yeah.
And it stops even helping the people who might have actually needed it. Like sometimes people do need steroids for growth hormone deficiency, for example. Um, but if everybody's on the, yeah, exactly. You just get this weird inflation effect, and it's actually hurting the people who it was designed to help.
Rose, thank you for the lurk. Gachi says, controversial take, schooling shouldn't be competitive. Schooling should be for enrichment. There's a lot of disagreement about what school is actually for. I think everyone will agree that the first level approximation, and they might label it the naive view, is that it's for learning, right?
Right.
A more cynical take is that it's for socialization, to prepare you to become productive in modern society, to learn to take orders from your boss and do paperwork and things like that.
It shows that you are conscientious enough, agreeable enough, and subservient enough that you would make a good employee. You'll grind it out through 18 years of school.
Or however it takes.
We both read The Case Against Education, right?
Yes.
That's where we're drawing our some of this stuff from. If you're interested in
We should pull up the book so that people can see.
Fascinating heterodox take on education. Like, you start reading it and you're just like, this guy is crazy, and you're like, but also pretty convincing.
Yeah, this is the book, The Case Against Education, if you want to read more about that idea. Gachi says, I think labeling could be better. Properly label professional STEM schools from academic schools. Some people want the competition. Yeah, I mean, like, for a lot of people, the primary reason they want a degree is so that they can get a good job. And by good job, I mean a job that pays a lot of money, right? So you have the employers who, they have a lot of applicants and they want to, they want the best employees, right? But they can't tell ahead of time who's going to be a good employee and who's not going to be a good employee. And I think, like, the employers are not stupid. They're not like, whoever gets the best grades, must be the best employee. But they don't have, they realize it's flawed, but they don't have access to a better tool to pick.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, this is the best they can do in a sense. So they're like, okay, it's noisy, but we can do a cutoff, and we say, like, we're only going to hire people who have at least a bachelor's degree. Like, the thing, so, like, let's say Starbucks, right? You're a barista. You really don't need anything beyond possibly even middle school education to be a barista, right? You don't need to learn calculus or trigonometry or anything like that to serve coffee. And yet almost every job needs at least high school education. But the thing is, like, at
even
Starbucks,
though, like, you don't really, yeah.
But at Starbucks, like, they get so many applicants, right? There's so many people who want to work, and there's only you only like what's 4 baristas at a time. Maybe maybe you hire 8 and then they work in shifts or something like that. So how do you pick the 8, right? Like, so you have this huge pile, like thousands and thousands of resumes, right? You're like, okay, I need to, I can't read 1,000 resumes. What can I do? Okay, how about we just throw away everyone who doesn't have a bachelor's? Now it's down to maybe like 1,000 resumes, instead of 2,000. Now, like, we can start picking among these people, and it's not like the employer's like thinking you need a bachelor's to do the job. What they're thinking is like, well, if they got a bachelor's, that reduces the odds that they're the type of person who, like, doesn't show up. They wake up late every morning, because if you wake up late every morning, you're going to fail your classes, right? It gets rid of the rebels, who are like, I don't need to do your stupid course. I'm gonna do my own thing in life. Like, we don't want those people. We want people who you tell them to make the coffee, they go make the coffee. So, like, the subservient people. So now, like,
they may not even be thinking about that in an evil way. They might just be like, gosh, we've really noticed that we have less employee turnover when we hire people with a bachelor's degree. They might not actively be thinking, oh, these people are really subservient. They might just be like, gosh,
we get better results,
sure
basically, like, on average, statistically, when we do this.
Yeah.
And the thing is, so now, Starbucks says, okay, you need a bachelor's. So now everybody's like, okay, well, that means I need to get the bachelor's, right? Like, or else I can't get a job. So now everybody gets a bachelor's, and now Starbucks is back to getting like thousands and thousands of. So they're like, okay, we need to cut this pile in half. How about we only hire people with masters?
Right.
Get rid of all the
Or only
bachelors.
people who got a certain GPA or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah.
so there's that inflation effect again, you know. And so that's
Yeah.
why, like, actually, when you were like saying, oh, you know, school should not be competitive, it's like there's no one person who's like, you know, the evil mastermind who's like, I'm gonna make school competitive. It's that each
Right.
individual person in the system has an incentive to behave a certain way, and their collective action makes it so that school ends up being competitive. Because like I need a job, right? So I need to get the higher GPA. I need to get the better degree than the other guy, so that Starbucks will hire me instead of hiring the other guy.
Right.
Because I need the money
And
too, right? Like,
when people try and solve this problem, it reveals this is we were kind of discussing revealed preferences, right?
yeah,
So like one of the things they thought would solve this problem is making those massive open online courses, those
yeah,
MOOCs, right? Where
yeah,
where you right now could take a course from Harvard. There's some guy who's taken like 40 free courses through MIT.
yeah,
And he's like, they've really helped me at my job and everything, but they don't actually lead to anything. He hasn't gotten a better job because of this. He hasn't like uh, everybody's like, oh wow,
yeah,
you learned all this stuff, but nobody actually cares about the learning that you got. It turns out nobody's like, wow, you took 18 college courses of the 20 that you need. um, I want to hire you. They're like, you need to take exactly the number that your degree requires.
Well, it's not only that
Um,
too, but there's also like, let's say not only, it's not just like the degree needs 20 and you take 18. Let's say the degree needs 20 and you take 60. Like you've done more. Like,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
The employer is like,
60.
this guy's a weirdo.
Oh,
We don't want to hire this guy.
right,
He's gonna like go off and
right.
do his own thing. He's too independent.
Yeah,
We want someone who like
yeah,
I tell him to make the coffee, he goes makes the coffee. Not like I have a better idea than making the coffee. I'm gonna do this instead, right?
right.
Like we don't
Like
want
your
that type of
learning
guy.
actually hurt you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
education made things worse.
it's not like you know, this is we're sort of parroting this guy's viewpoint, Brian Kaplan.
Right.
The idea is that the employer isn't looking for the smartest guy usually, or the, you know, the most educated guy. He's really looking for conformity. Like, you know, how do I know that you're going to be a good worker? Well, if you're normal, that's what we want. Like, we don't want
Right.
weirdos.
You're normal.
We
Yeah.
want people to do what everyone else does, you know, which is go to school, get your
Right.
degree, you know, study hard, get a good GPA, even if that doesn't signal intelligence, because they're not looking for intelligence. They're looking for
Right.
like as a
You don't need
barista.
intelligence.
Yeah, you don't need to be smart to be a barista. You just
Yeah.
need to be normal. You have to not be weird. Like just be a normal person, do things the normal way, and then that's perfect. Then you're Starbucks material, you know.
But people in the field of education, and I think all of us in general think, oh wow, what we're doing in education is getting knowledge. So when they introduce the massive online courses, um, everybody thought, oh, this is going to revolutionize education. This
Yeah,
is going to change the field. Like everybody, anyone who has an internet connection, no matter what their background, can get access to the finest education in the world. And it didn't work
yeah,
because that's not actually what it turns out. That's not the employer's revealed preferences.
yeah. I mean, the employers don't want it, which means the student doesn't want it, right? This like
The student doesn't
says,
want it,
I just want a
exactly.
job. I just need the money.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'll do whatever it takes, you know, to convince the employer to hire me. If it means get a degree, then fine, I'll get a degree.
And what's weird is like Brian Kaplan, the author of the book, like points out you have these revealed preferences a lot of times too. So if like you think about yourself, um, like when you went to college, if you're not there currently, like when the professor cancels class,
You feel
you're
happy.
excited.
Yeah,
You're like, sweet, day off. You're not like, oh, what the hell? I
yeah. You
really
think of it
wanted
as
this
you
educational
think of it as a day off. Like,
opportunity.
imagine you hire someone like a plumber, right? And he cancels. You're
Yeah.
like, would you
Right.
be like, oh, sweet, right? Like, no, you'd be
No,
like, wait,
you're
I hired
mad.
you to do something, and I want you to do it,
Yeah.
right? But you don't
Right.
say like, I hired the teacher to do something to teach me, and I want them to do it. Like,
Right.
you're like, sweet. Now I don't have to. Now
Like,
I don't have to
sweet,
learn.
I don't have to. Yeah. It's like, oh crap. That's true. That is how I felt. I was never like, damn it, I'm going into student loan debt for this.
Yeah.
I really think I should get my money's worth, and yeah,
I should get a
nope, I
refund
was
because this
excited.
teacher didn't teach me.
I should get a
Like
refund,
it
exactly.
didn't show up.
Yeah,
All right, shall we start the game? I guess.
sure. We got off on a fun tangent with that.
Yeah.
It was such an interesting book. Like, you start it thinking this guy is a crazy, cranky weirdo, and then you're like, oh, whoa,
Makes
this
a
is
lot
a
of good
lot of stuff I've
points.
never thought about
Yeah.
before. Yeah. You enjoy counterintuitive takes. You might like it.
So we're trying to freaking kill Grandmother Silk,
Yeah.
and it's
Just do
been
it.
2 or 3 streams now.
Yeah. We're trying to do it with no.
We're cursed basically, so we can't
Ills.
use items. We can't heal. And I feel like we're almost there, but it has been. This is the 3rd stream that we're trying to do this, so you know.
We'll see.
Hang on, I feel like the volume is very very low. Let me turn it up a little bit. Still a bit low. Maybe go to here. Oh right, I turned it down in the game. I just remembered. That's why it's so low.
Mm.
Okay, then I turn it down on the mixer here. Down to here. Let's see. Maybe a little bit lower. I turned it up because I couldn't, like, the mixer wasn't working, wasn't integrating with Zoom, which is what we were using last time. This seems good. Gosh darn it, this freaking... It lagged. I swear it was a lag.
Mm-hmm.
Frick. It's still lagging a bit. Like every now and then as I walk, there's like a frame skip here and there. By the way, Steph, you were asking, I guess, like a long time ago, because this is in the VODs, I think, so this might have been a month ago or so. I was telling you,
Okay.
oh, I really want to buy a new computer, because like all the games are laggy and everything's slow.
Yeah.
Lowering the volume even more a little bit, because the music is swelling up now. And then you were like, oh, so why don't you buy a new computer? And I was like, oh, because it costs money, right? That's why I don't buy a new computer.
Sure. Yeah.
Anyway, I was chatting with Claude, right? I'm like, okay, I want to, here's my computer. And then Claude was like, oof, like when I told him what computer I had.
Oh, no.
And then, like, so like,
Even AI.
Yeah.
Giving you shade.
Well, I mean, he would know,
Oh,
right? Because
man.
he's like, he knows
Yeah,
what it
yeah.
feels like to run on.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm like, so what should I get? Like, what should I buy, right? Like, or because I'm trying to stream. I'm running. I got the VTubing software. My CPU usage is at whatever, like 80%, even when I don't even have a game running yet. Just idle. It's already.
Yeah.
And so it was telling me basically that right now is a terrible time to buy, and yet now it's probably going to be the best time because like the war in Iran,
Yeah.
also AI data centers are like taken all the RAM in the world basically, and so the demand for RAM has gone up. They said like supplies are not likely to return to normal until like 2030.
Jeez.
So there's like it's terrible, like compared to like I don't know, the 2020s for example. Like now it's terrible, but it's gonna probably be the best it's gonna be for the next 5 years or something like that, right? It's like
Yikes.
so do with that what you will is what Claude was telling me.
Oh, man. Oh, God. He tells it like it is, man.
And so here I'm like, Can I wait 5 years? Like, you know, like...
Right. Oh.
Oh, shit.
I love that that was your takeaway. He's like, you have to do it now. Your system does not work. This is terrible. I've got bad news. And you were like, I can tough it out.
Oh, made it.
That's so funny that even Claude was like, reason that cracks me up.
Oh, right. Oh, wow. I can't believe I got that. In the fucking rocks. Oh, I'm fucked. No.
Oh. It was looking good there for a minute.
Yeah, I think that's the first we ever got. I don't know how many phases there are. Like, I mean, I've beaten her before, but I don't know what counts as a phase. Like, it's not always clear.
Right.
The delineation to me. I know there's at least two,
Yeah.
because like she does have at least two obvious behavioral modes. But I can't tell if there was three. Like, and if I was into the third. Like, I was definitely very far to the second. I don't know if it counts. It's like, it's that standardization issue again. It's, you know, like autism levels.
Yeah.
Like someone decide there's three
like
autism
that.
levels. But you know, we could just say there's two autism levels, right? It's just, it's where you draw the you decide to draw the line. Same with this fight, right? Like, do we draw the line here and say that there's two stages and I got the second stage? Or do we draw the line here and we say there's three stages and I got the third stage? I don't know if that's super clear to people who don't already agree with my position. So maybe another way of phrasing it is like, if you think of the rainbow, right? Like a literal spectrum. In North American culture, we say there are 7 colors. And it's just because of Isaac Newton. He decided, like, I'm going to draw lines such that there's 7 colors. And you can think about how ridiculous, like, and arbitrary it is that it's 7 when you think about, like, violet and indigo, right? Like, who the fuck says indigo? Who thinks of indigo as a separate color, right? Like,
nobody.
Yeah. And you say, so it's just arbitrary. It's just some guy decide, you know, I'm going to draw lines here, and so therefore there are 7 colors. Just like some guy said, well, I'm going to draw the line here, and there are 3 levels of autism.
Right. Yeah, a lot of languages distinguish a light blue from a dark blue.
I don't know if where's a good spot. Okay.
English is not one of them. We don't use blue and then like indigo to mean, like, indigo is a dark blue, but we use blue generically. But in other cultures, they're different colors. I don't mean like they say blue and another blue, like they're different colors, like blue and green are for us. But there's lots of cultures where blue and green are not different colors.
Yeah. Japanese being one of
There's
the more
2
famous
blues.
ones.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I didn't see that. I should have, though, because I know the spears come in triplets. But for some reason, I guess it was off screen or something like that. I didn't see where it is. Come on. Oh wow, this is bad. Oh fuck, wow, this is really okay. I made it out. Because the freaking floor spears came out both right next to each other, and then the freaking horizontal spears came out. Like, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no, I did the bounce off the torpedo, the harpoon thing, and then oh god. Oh no, oh no! The little triangle I was in, I didn't find the spot to get to. But But Steph, I think you're getting better at processing this. Or maybe you're
I
just
do
more
too.
vocal.
I think
Because
I'm getting better at understanding what's happening.
yeah, because right now when I say oh no, you also say oh no. Whereas before I would say oh no and you're just kind of like staring blankly and you're like, what's going on? Right?
Be like, whoa. it's the minions. I'm not sure.
I swear this specific jump right here is so tight because you see when I do my double jumps, you see how high I am relative to where the spikes are?
Yeah.
Like I'm just barely at their tip, right? Like
Yeah.
whereas compared to this one, when I do a double jump, I'm like a good, I don't know, a foot above. Like if I imagine that she's like, you know, standard human height, like 5 feet something.
Yeah.
I'm like a good foot above where the spikes are, right? Like at the
Right.
apex of my jump. But here I'm like at the spikes. I'm like 0 inches above the spikes.
Right.
So when I do this pogo, like she does she dashes downwards as part of her pogo animation.
Mm.
And so like meaning I start moving down and then I collide with the spikes.
Right.
And I swear, like if there's any frame drop at all, that means like my pogo will be too late and then I crash into the spikes. So that's why like you know, if I had the better computer, that one jump would be better, much easier. In a very significant way, like a non-trivial way. Whereas like a lot of other situations where it's like, yeah, you know, there's a lag spike here and there, but it doesn't make a huge deal. It's just discombobulating, but I'm not really in any real danger, you know. It's like
No one is keeping you from getting a better computer.
I was trying to think of an analogy, and it might be like blinking while driving, right? Like, you know, depending on when you blink, it could be really, really bad, but usually it's fine, right? There's just every now and then there's like a rare situation where if you blink at the wrong time, you're fucked, basically.
I always think about that when I drive like really windy roads where there's a huge drop off. I don't usually think blink, but I think, what if I had to sneeze?
Right, yeah. So it just depends on when, you know, some situations are more dangerous than others. What? That fuck? There's no fucking way. Look at the fucking clip. There's... Hang on. I gotta check this. I don't believe it. That is such bullshit. Twitch, Nebu Pookins. I'm gonna watch my own stream. If I can catch it. I don't know if it's already over now. Yeah, I think it's over. I think I missed it. Can I clip it? Can I go back? Oh, I can scroll back because I'm subscribed to my stream. Nice. So I can actually rewind it. Here. I swear this specific jump right here is so tight because you see when I non-trivial way. You know, depending on when. Right. Way. Okay, right around here. How do I pause it? Space? It is space, okay. It just depends on when, you know, some situations are more dangerous. Where? Okay, so where? So I'm gonna move left a little bit. I'm gonna be here, right?
Yeah.
So even here, I would say like this doesn't touch me. Come on. Look, just look at where I am, and look at where the fucking strings are. That's
got your
there's
sword.
no fucking way that touched me. That's anyway.
What did you tell me? You told me last time it's
Hit
called
boxes. Hit boxes.
the hit boxes.
Yeah, boxes that determine whether or not you were hit.
Yeah. The hitbox problem.
Yeah. I had to check because, like, you know, it's a stereotype for like the streamers or gamers in general to complain, right? They're like, "Oh, that was bullshit." You know, watch the replay, and then you watch the replay, and they definitely were hit. This one I was hit. I couldn't get out of it. Like I was parachuting. There's no, and if I released, I would have fell into another diagonal strand that would have gotten me anyway. So I was really fucked there. It was fine. It's whatever. But like, yeah. So a lot of people are like, "Oh yeah, no, there's no way," and then you know, but there was. But this one I was convinced. I'm like, no, there really, there's no fucking way. So I had to watch the replay to be sure I wasn't going crazy. Like, is it me or is it the game wrong? You know, and this time I'm pretty sure the game was wrong. Like, if you look at it, there's no way that touched me. Oh fuck! I jumped too early, or polo too early. I mean. Oh god, I hit my head on the freaking, I don't know what even to call it. The little curvy part that stops your horizontal movement.
Hmm.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh shit. I found a spot. I panicked there. I know you saw me. I went right and then it changed and I went left.
Yep.
Darn it. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, there's no. Yeah, where am I supposed to go there? What the fuck?
Yeah, it's not clear.
Oh, whatever. Whatever.
Whatever.
Darn it. Maybe, hang on, I just had an idea. What if, can I bounce off the side safely? Because there's this part which is not like spikes, and I don't know if I can. Yeah, I can, okay. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do.
You don't need a new computer after all.
I mean, it's really laggy right now. Like, as just walking around here, like, you know, like, I can. It's I don't know, like it might be something you have to experience firsthand, but like you can feel a difference between playing a smooth game and a game where like frames are dropping constantly.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to describe to a non-gamer because it's not like blinking. It's like jumping forward in time.
Right.
It's like losing consciousness for like, you know, half a second here and there.
Yeah.
Gosh, nerds. I realize there's another tool that my curse is preventing me from using. So when those strands show up, oh god, what the fuck was that? That was such a huge lag skip. Like, god, I don't know if you saw that. The horizontal needles like teleported basically. There was like a complete time skip, right? Like the needles, you guys can see my mouse cursor. The needles were here, and then next frame they were here. Like they flew past me. Like, so I didn't like have a chance to dodge. I just had to like here I can see them, you know, move. I see the animation of them moving, so I can like make sure I'm positioned correctly. Yeah, anyway, so the tool I'm missing is you can normally when you can heal in midair, and that freezes your position, right? So like I can, when the strands appear, I can jump and then heal, like even though I'm full health, heal to freeze my position, so I don't fall into the. But here I can't do that. Like at best I can just parachute and hope that that's enough that I won't drift down into the strands.
Which is this space too. Gotcha.
And sometimes I'm not that lucky, right? I start drifting down and it touches the strand and then the animation plays and I take the damage and I'm like, well. What? Come on. Oh no, I'm fucked. Because I was doing the harpoon and then the vertical guys appeared. And I don't think you can cancel the harpoon. Like you can't, like if you throw this, you're committed to moving where the harpoon went. So
you're committed.
Yeah. And when I move there, I'm gonna bounce off of her, and then the location I would end up would be aligned with where the vertical pins are going. So I was just like, well, I'm fucked now. I'm gonna move into the pin, take damage, and I only have 1 health, so that's the end. I'm dead.
As you would say, rip.
Yeah.
Although, I don't think it's a you-ism.
I can't remember. Was it with you? I made a joke about that, right? I said, oh no, I remember it was with someone else. I was talking about how in a lot of games like Hollow Knight, Dark Souls, Elden Ring, and so on, they speak in like old English or fancy English, I guess, which makes it hard to understand what they're saying. And there's this one boss in Elden Ring who's pretty notorious. You just die to him over and over again. And the thing is, every time you like when he kills you, he says a line, which is like, what was it? Put aside thy foolish ambitions or something like that, right? Like meaning like you can't beat me, right? Like because you're So you just hear that line over and over again. Like, you know, imagine if this boss, every time she beat me, she would say a line, right? So we would be hearing that line like, you know, 20, 30, 40, 50 times.
Right.
Yeah. So everybody hears that line over and over, you know, put aside thy foolish ambitions. And so the joke was like, you know, why doesn't he say like, get wrecked, noob, you know, like a normal person? Like,
Right.
I don't know if I can. Okay, yeah, I did get out of that. Oh, fuck. Oh, no, I took damage. Gosh darn it.
Oh. Okay. Did you just do a spin?
I'm doing a little dance, yeah, see?
Nice. Those rocks kind of look like raspberry or blackberries.
Yep, they do. Oh, fucking hell.
Do the dance. Do the dance.
I did
The
the
safety dance.
I did the double jump thing where the for the horizontal spears, and then I'm like, here's the thing. So when you jump, if you dash, I think it also maintains your horizontal height, like as opposed like if you look at how fast you fall here versus if you do this, you like you still fall a little bit with the dash, but you stay at that height longer. So I'm jumping, and then I see the spears coming, and I'm facing left. I guess I could have turned around, but I was facing left, and the rocks were falling on the left. So if I dash, I'm gonna go into the rocks. So I'm like, well, I guess maybe I don't dash then. But no, I fell. You know, I took a chance, and I fell too quickly.
It's so hard to do it that fast. My God.
Yeah, the thing I'm trying to convey is that I made this decision. It's not like I just fell and like I don't know what's going on. I fell and I got hit. It's like no, I made a decision. It just happened not to be. I don't know if it would say it's the wrong decision because I'm not sure if there's a better decision. Like
You took a calculated risk, right?
yeah, but like you know, post hoc, I'm thinking like, oh, I could have just instead of dashing left, I could dash right maybe. I don't remember what the scene looks like.
That's right.
Yeah, so now I'm wondering like, could I have done that? Because if I could, I can't remember what the scene looked like to see if it was there something to the right or not, you know?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Oh fuck! I think I'm. Oh yeah! Thank goodness.
Wow.
I was like, oh fuck there because like the thing was touching my horns. Oh god.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, the hitbox apparently doesn't include the tippy tops of my horns at least. What the fuck was that?
Oh man.
Okay, hang on. I gotta show you guys something else now. So I think the game is lagging so much that it's actually changing the behavior of the pins, which is really frustrating now. Because before it was the issue with the lag was it's just that it's just that the pins behave the same way, but I'm jumping forward in time or backwards in time or whatever you want to call it, so that like I could just predict what would happen over time. So if you watch these pins just now, let me rewind a bit.
Yeah.
They're like more or less all three of them come at the same time. They're a little bit delayed, but not by much. So watch the horizontal pins here. See, like they're all coming at basically the same time, right? They're all blurred in motion.
Yeah.
And same with these guys. They all went down at the same time. There was one time, I don't know if we'll see it here, where one of the horizontal pins. Yeah. So look, this one came late because of lag, I think, right? Like I don't know if you saw there was a stutter right before this happened, and then two pins went, and then one, and now this one did, and I was like, whoa, that was weird, but whatever. I didn't, move on, right? But then it happened again, and it fucking hit me. I think it was the vertical ones here. After these filaments, and then maybe here, maybe the vertical ones. No, not this one. So the thing is, like, because of the lag, I'm predicting. Right? I'm like, I'm gonna move here because I know the animation, so I'm gonna, but I can't see it because time stopped. So I'm jumping over here, and then like it didn't move that way. Like it moved, one of them moved slower, and then I collided into it, and I'm like, and so that's what got me. Yeah, that's where I got super close with it. With the filaments. Where is it? I don't want to look like an idiot now or a complainer, and it doesn't. Oh, there, that one.
There, right
See,
there.
like one of them went. Like they all went down except for one guy who stayed there, and I'm dashing, and that one guy hits me.
Yep.
Yeah, right there. There was one guy. Like there was two overlapping, right? So like one of them went down, and it's like, okay, time to dash, and there was still one there, and then like, what the fuck? Nah. See, I need a new computer. Guys, start donating to my fund so I can get a new computer. So I can finally freaking beat this boss. Oh, you fucked. I was parachuting slowly down to trying to avoid. Oh, I'm still alive. I didn't realize I had more than 3 health. This is phase 1? Phase 2? It's gonna be... Okay, so now we're in phase 2. I wasn't keeping track. I got lost.
Yeah, because you stopped
to watch the video.
Complain about your lag.
Yeah. Come on. What the fuck? Okay, whatever. I lost some of my mojo. I think I got...
You were doing
when I paused,
really good.
I got out of it and then...
Yeah.
Oh god, even jumping here, it's struggling. Trying to climb this vertical well. At what point do we give up and we say, I don't think we can beat Grandmother Silk while cursed?
I mean, I can't beat Grandmother Silk while cursed, so I can't be the decision maker because I would just be like, yeah, that's too hard.
The thing, my inclination is to keep going, but I don't know if like you're getting bored or the viewers are getting bored and they're like, move on,
You like that to me. That was you almost made it to stage 2 with all your health.
Right.
If you hadn't lost your mojo there, like you're getting to the point where you can beat her stage 1 without losing any health, and that's pretty close. Or that's progress.
Right.
I guess I don't know how close it is.
Yeah, I don't remember how many phases she has. Like, it's been too long since I beat her the first time.
Maybe if you beat stage 2 and then it turns out there's a stage 3, we say that progress is too slow.
Yeah. What the fuck, the lag.
Yep.
Oh, what? Like, what the hell is my computer doing? Like, what is taking up all the CPU power or whatever? Like, oh no.
Maybe the VODs.
Yeah, another one, vertical one went late there. I know you saw.
Yep. Yeah, see? Stage 1, no health damage.
Time to twirl.
Time to twirl.
The standard way of phrasing it, instead of saying like no hit damage or sorry, or whatever, is no hit. The
No hit.
phase 1 no hit. Or hitless.
Phase 1 no hit.
Yeah,
Like a no hitter in baseball.
I guess. I don't know anything about baseball, so.
What you do is you pick a card. There's minions.
The wave is the minions. What the frick? What the fuck? You fuck! These thread layouts are really something.
Yeah.
Oh no, fuck, okay.
Oh,
You. Oh,
my
fuck.
God.
Okay, I mean.
okay. Oh.
Oh man, I can't believe that horizontal fuck hit me. Oh, you fuck, come on. Oh, you, I didn't see that. I fucking didn't see the you fucks.
Oh.
I didn't see the horizontal coming.
Whew.
I was like,
Yeah.
I gotta get rid of the floor spikes, so I'm attacking them to make them go
Right.
away. And then
Right. But meanwhile,
the horizontal
it was
guys,
attacking you.
yeah, showed up, which I didn't see, so I didn't know to jump. The thread filaments, the one thing I don't know how I feel about that, because I think it's probably a skill issue, meaning, you know, if I were better I could do it, but I often feel like I just, you know, the layout shows up and I'm like, I don't know where I can go. I don't see a spot I can stand and save.
Right.
And it's annoying
That doesn't feel fair.
when it's when the issue is RNG, like just randomly you're just gonna take damage and you can't do anything about that.
Right.
And so that's annoying. And
Like, that's maybe okay if you're not trying to do it without the ability to heal. But like, without the ability to heal, it's just,
Well-
you got that far and then you just got bad luck.
right. The thing is, I think it's considered poor game design for
Yeah.
there to be an RNG element like
I
that, where
would
like
agree.
no
Yeah.
matter what happens, you're just gonna take damage and that's it, right? Like,
Yeah.
and the thing is,
No,
like,
that
but
sucks
some
either way.
games,
It's just,
yeah, some games do it and it's like whatever. But the thing is, like, you know, Silksong and Hollow Knight are supposed to be masterpieces, right? So you're holding them to a bit of a higher standard, and you're like, there should not be a boss where it's RNG. And so when this happens, I'm like, it's like I'm being gaslit, right? I'm like, is it RNG? Am I or am I bad? Like, is there a way and I'm just not seeing it? You know?
Yeah, like, is there some sort of prediction pattern that we're not seeing?
Oh shit! Oh, what the? Okay, the lag there, like the time warp made it. Is this gonna hit me? It is. Fucking hell! It was touching my horns. I was like, you know, maybe it won't hit me, but it did. I mean, that's also another design element that if they paid more attention to, maybe they could have done something about, which is like when the hitbox doesn't match the sprite. That's usually annoying because it means you know your mental model of what's possible and or what's gonna happen is arguably unfairly influenced, right? Like the visuals imply one thing and then the reality is something else. There is a certain sense of get good at that for that aspect. Like the thing is, you know, if you're pro level, this usually comes up in fighting games where it's like one player versus another player, right? Rather than this game where it's like the player versus the AI or the computer. For fighting games, like when you get to pro level, you learn to memorize the hitboxes, right? Like you know where you know exactly what the hitboxes look like, even though they're invisible.
Yeah.
Because you have to at that level, at the competitive level, right? Like, so
just get good, mean like, just get better. Instead of complaining.
Yeah, exactly. So when I complain about the hitbox, that's when like there's a get good aspect to it. Just
Get
learn the
good.
hitboxes then, like stop complaining, just learn them.
Yeah.
But oh no. Okay, I mean I didn't even see that horizontal. The first one that happened to miss me. I didn't realize it was happening. It just because I was just trying to attack her with by jumping to attack, and so I happened to be at the right height to dodge them. What? That
so much
fucking hit me?
That
What?
don't there either.
I was.
Maybe you can't do it with the computer that you have.
There's a lot of war games, like shooting games, and I remember talking to a guy. I forget exactly what we said, like the exact wordings always said, but basically, he was like, "What's your favorite weapon?" And I said, "I like the sniper rifle," and he liked the rocket launcher. And he was complaining. He was saying like he didn't phrase it like this, but the way I'm gonna phrase it is like he's saying like there was like a class issue, a classism, which is that the sniper rifle is only viable if you have a good computer, because you have to be able to see the movement of the enemy fluidly, right? Like to lead the aim and shoot ahead.
Oh wow!
So that the bullet, like there's bullet travel time, right? So you have to you don't shoot where the enemy is, you shoot where he's gonna be when the bullet arrives there. And that's not viable if you're getting frame drops like this, which it's reasonable. It's a fair complaint.
It's an interesting complaint.
Yeah. And that's why he uses a rocket launcher, right? Because like if you just get in a general area, even if you're off by a few frames, you'll still hit him because of the explosion, right? The blast radius of the rocket launcher.
Yeah.
So that's what your comment made me think of.
Yeah, that's so interesting. Is there any discussion in the gaming community about accommodation, like games coming with accommodations?
Yes. But I maybe what exactly do you mean by that? I guess I'll start with. Gosh darn it. I want to get your input first, and then I'll tell you some ideas because I don't want to influence you too much, I guess.
Well, I know that there's games that already come with like easy modes or whatever, but I was thinking something that I don't know, takes out. It's like specifically marketed as. Well, I know there's also like stuff for people who are visually impaired, right?
Yeah.
And maybe individuals who are deaf. There's settings that you can do.
Yes.
I don't know if there's settings for people who have motor
Yes, there are
difficulties.
sometimes.
Are there? Okay.
Okay, so it's called accessibility in gaming. Is if you want to Google first that's the type of stuff.
Okay.
And some games do it, most games don't. So
Okay.
like it's still a minority thing. Relative to like say wheelchair access is pretty popular in the physical world, right? Like most places
Pretty popular. Yeah.
will have that accommodation.
Right.
Whereas they might not have like a misophonia, is that the way you pronounce it? Accommodation? Like most places don't have something to accommodate that, if that's what you have, right?
Right.
So that's less
But
popular.
do people... I've seen like trigger warnings on shows. Are there like misophonia
Not to my
accommodations?
knowledge for games.
Oh,
I
interesting.
mean,
Okay.
what you would do in the game, I guess, is lower the volume, I guess, or right, to accommodate for that. I don't know if there's a better accommodation than that. But there's closed captions for a lot of games. That's very popular. Subtitles, right? So that helps with hearing impaired people. For vision issues, it's pretty rare. The the most common thing is like colorblind settings. So like they say, like in League of Legends, right? It's like the blue team and the red team, right? But what if you can't see that? So they say, well, we'll do other colors or we'll do shapes instead of colors to help you distinguish. League of Legends itself, I don't think doesn't help with color blindness, but other games will have that sort of thing where they might, some games have it where they might by default use color to distinguish between things. Like Among Us, that's a pretty famous game that you might have heard of because you deal with children a lot, right? So there's puzzles where like you have to connect the wires the right way, and it uses both colors and shades so that other blind people can also solve the puzzle. What the fuck?
You're getting hit by secret lagging.
Yeah.
And
gosh, I've heard that one of the football games, like American football, has something to accommodate blind players, but I don't play it, so I don't know exactly how it works. But I heard basically there's like the sportscaster announcer, right? And he says what's happening. He says, oh, this player has got the ball, now he's running down the field, and so a blind player can play it.
Oh, interesting.
Just using those audio cues. Like they find out, oh, I have the ball now. Because the announcer just told me I have the ball, right? And so I gotta start running this way or whatever. There's also, when games let you remap the controls, that's usually considered helpful to the community. So you see remap control here. So I could say, like, I don't want jump to be this button, I want it to be something else. Because maybe like there's a situation where
maybe you're missing a finger or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So they can only like say access one side of the controller. Like I can only access buttons. Oh, went the wrong way. Can't access the D-pad. I don't know if you know what these terms mean. But does my mouse show up here? Okay, yeah. So here's the button. This is the D-pad, the digital pad, left joystick. So like maybe I only have one hand, so I can only access these buttons. So everything that's here, I want to remap to something that's over here.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. What else have games done? I'm having trouble thinking of what else. Oh, there's things for like motion sickness sometimes. So some games, like they say, so if you're a first-person view game, sometimes they'll simulate a thing where like the head bobs, like as you're walking, to simulate you walking. But people say, oh, that gives me motion sickness, so you can turn off head bobbing as an accessibility thing. Trying to think of what other examples. Yeah, there's not that many because like it's pretty rare again. Like it's still a niche thing, but it is. What
about like photosensitive?
Yeah, I'm not aware of accessibility settings that have. I'm only aware of a warning. Like almost every game is very common to just give a warning at the beginning saying people who are photosensitive should not play this game.
And they don't do anything. There's no photosensitive
like
setting.
On off thing. Yeah. I mean, you could argue like there's things like turn on off camera shake. I don't know if that will help with some people, but can't think of a game that specifically says like turn off flashing lights or something like that.
Interesting. Okay.
What the fuck? The way you position, I didn't know where to go. The horizontals, because they appear like usually they appear at the edge of the screen and then they fly towards me, but here they appear like right where I was. Oh god. And so I'm like, well, what do I do now? Because if I do double jump, I'm gonna jump into it, like, because they're like above and below my head. Like, is it safe? Oh, is it safe? Okay, good. Oops. That was probably my bad. I'm not gonna blame the game on that one. I'm also the thing you got me curious now is there anything to accommodate like low performing computers, as a quote unquote disability? And I can't think of any. Like the thing that lots of games do is like they have a oh, here's camera shake, by the way. So you see if you want to turn on and off.
Oh yeah.
If you want to
Like frame rate
yeah.
or quality of visuals. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So there you can. This game doesn't have that. I think Hollow Knight has it where you have detail, like high or low detail graphics. This game, it looks like there's no setting for that. Unless it's in video. Oh, maybe advanced setting. Oh yeah, here we can turn low. Maybe, you know what? Let's try it. Maybe that will help my computer. Reduce to improve performance on lower systems. See. Reduce color banding, but may affect performance on lower system. Let's see if this makes anything better. So there's a lot of games have settings that decrease the video quality, but I don't know of a game that specifically like they don't treat it as an accessibility thing so much as a, I don't know what to call it. Like it's just as a mental category. It's something else.
Yeah.
The game looks weird to me now. Like it is different. I don't know if it's too subtle on over Discord.
No, I don't think so. It looks different.
Yeah, now I'm feeling weirded out by it. So I don't know how this is gonna go, but there are still frame drops though. Like as I was going up, even on low quality, I felt some lag. So it didn't fully fix everything. Yeah.
Yeah, she's not as pretty.
Are you sure that's not just placebo talking?
No, she's not as pretty.
I feel like she looks basically the same. It's more environmental. It's like if you walk into like an attic or a basement or something like that, and then there's like dust particles in the air, you know? Well, now there's not dust particles. Like to me, that's what's going on. Like that sort of thing. But her as a person, the characters look basically the same to me.
No, I mean Grandmother Silk.
Yeah. Both my character and her character look basically the same to me. I'm just saying, like, I would... No. Where previously there would be dust particles, now there's not. I don't know how much more I have it in me, Steph. I might be losing the willpower.
It's been 2 hours anyway, so...
I'm gonna turn this stuff back on so it's back to the way it was, and then I don't feel like it made a big difference either.
We didn't win.
What was it on before? Probably normal, I guess. What's film grain? I feel like film grain might have been off before. Let's see if I can see something. I don't even see any film grain. You see film grain?
I don't know what that means.
It's like line. Usually, I interpret as lines or like that represent the as if you're watching like a traditional film. That it's like the texture of the film itself being visible. Trying to see if I can find an example here. So there's no film grain, like a little bit, and then a lot of film grain.
Mm.
I guess you can think of low, like literal physical grains on this film.
Am I supposed to be seeing it or not seeing it?
Oh, there's 3 pictures, and some of them had and some of them didn't.
No, I mean on the setting.
Yeah, I turned it on, so we're supposed to see some now. I guess maybe if I look closely, I can sort of see it. Like there's like as I walk here, there's dots that are following the camera instead of like, you know, like when I walk, like the background pans. So like this rock thing that I just broke is panning to the right as I walk, right? But then there are dots that are not panning, like they stay with the camera.
Okay.
So meaning that like those dots are on the camera instead of in the world. But it's whatever. I think it was off before, so I just put it back to the way it was. Or here, there's reset default. Let me just use that. Okay, so this is the default settings.
Good.
I'm looking again, and yeah, it's subtle. I think like you could fool me, right? If you told me like film grain was on right now, I'd be like, okay, maybe plausible. Put them up.
That's what I hear.
Look at how beautiful she is now.
She's so pretty now. Look at that, she's pretty.
What? That? I double jumped, and I think it didn't register, maybe because of lag or something like that. Like I saw that I need to get a little higher.
Yeah.
What? A fucking late guy again.
Yep. It's like the game wants you to lose.
Yeah, see, so that one was easy, right? Those threads, like basically where I was already safe, so I just had to maybe do minor adjustments, but... And that's the RNG effect, where I'm like, man, why is it sometimes easy and sometimes impossible?
Yeah.
All we have to do is phase 2 hitless. Easy.
Easy. Just do it.
Remind me, or I'll remember, I guess. After this fight, I need to reset my browser because I can't see chat right now. So if someone were to say something, what? I wouldn't be able to see it. What? Can't believe I was too low for that. All right, let me reset my freaking browser here. How many more attempts before we give up? For today, I mean, not necessarily permanently, but
2.
2 attempts. So one, here's number 1.
Yep.
Coming right up. You know, I guess I'm a bit of a libertarian, meaning what the frick lag? I get annoyed when 2 consenting adults can't do something together, like a law prevents them from doing something that they both want to do.
Right.
And what do I mean by that? It's that I want to rent out my Seattle apartment to someone at below market rates for exactly 1 year.
Okay.
Can't do that.
Oh, because of the balcony issue?
No. Well,
Oh.
I mean, partially. But the bigger thing is that if I rent them at below market rate for... Well, it doesn't matter if I do it for a year, but like if you have to offer to renew the lease at most 10% more than what you charge the previous year.
Oh.
So like, just to use round numbers, let's say a similar apartment to mine could get $4,000 a month.
Yeah.
If it didn't have the balcony issue. But you know, because of the balcony issue, it basically I can get 0, right? It's tough to find someone.
Right.
But then I have someone who says, "Oh, I don't mind," like, but I'm a poor college student, so I only give you $2,000 a month.
Right.
And
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's better
and I'm
than
like,
nothing.
yeah, I'll say like, yeah, for a year, sure, right? Yeah, if you know, because
Right.
I'm not, because next year I expect it to be fixed.
Right.
So I'll take 2,000. But then like when the year ends, at most I can I have to offer them like 2,200, I guess.
Gotcha.
I can't say like, no, you're out, or you have to pay 4,000, right?
Right.
And like, I don't know this person that well, so it's not like, oh, I trust you. I trust that you'll move out, right? No, it's like, no, I want a legal way to kick you out if need be, like if there's a disagreement, right? If you're like, I want to stay, and they're like I'd be willing, right? Like, yeah, because I like me paying 2,000 is better than the alternative, like even if it's just for 1 year. So they want to commit to only taking 1 year and then leaving, right? And I want to accept them only taking 1 year and leaving, but
you cannot.
Yeah, like the law doesn't allow them as a tenant to waive their rights to not have the rent raised, and so I'm not willing to rent unless they waive that right, because it's too much of a risk for me. And so we're both consenting to this, but we can't do it because of this law.
Good intentions gone awry.
And so, I mean, this is something that's come up like a lot in my life, which is why I say I'm a libertarian, right? It's not a one-off thing. Like in general, whenever two adults want to do something and the government's like, well, you can't do it, I'm always like, well, this seems like a bad thing. This seems like a failure, right? Like the world is worse off now because of this the way the law is. But Claude gave me a hot take, an alternative. Like I was complaining about the Claude. And so it said that there are other people like you generally landlords have more power than tenants.
Yes.
And so this law is to protect that the class of people, of tenants, like giving you permission to do this weakens tenants in general. So it's like it's a utilitarian thing, right? Like it's worse for you two, but it's better for tenants in general to not allow them to waive this right. And the thing is, like, I may be libertarian, but I'm also utilitarian. So I'm like, I guess you make a good point, you know? Yeah. Even though it's like
what did you think it was for?
I just thought it was like people being dumb, right? Like failure of government.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
In the same way that like the FDA right now is a failure of government, right? Right now, maybe it's not a good, but 10 years ago, FDA was in that they like, let's say, I've used up every medical practice so far, like that's been FDA approved, and it hasn't worked. So like I want to start trying the experimental stuff. Like I'm desperate, right? I'm gonna die. I need something. And the FDA is like, well, it's not approved, so the doctor can't give it to you. Yeah. And the doctor's like, I'm not giving it to you. Like even if it's gonna see it, because I don't want to fucking lose my license, right? Like. So there's like, things would be improved, I'm arguing, if a patient could waive their right in some sense of say, like I promise not to sue the doctor if this fucks up, right? Because like, it's better than the alternative of dying. Like I'm willing to try anything at this point. And so
have you asked Claude about that one?
No, I haven't asked Claude about that one in particular. Because I feel like, I mean, like, I can see the analogous argument, but I don't think it holds in that case, right? Like, in the sense of, like, the value of dying, like, for sure, or living for sure, like, not dying for sure, is higher than the value of like, a naive person getting tricked. Whereas, it's not clear to me that the value of me making a little bit extra money and my friend, saving a little bit of extra money is better than like the class of naive people, or not even naive, just like tenants in general. They don't have to be naive, right? It's the power imbalance,
right?
Of tenants in general getting screwed. Like I'm not sure that that's a good trade-off, right? So I'm saying, okay, so maybe the utilitarian argument favors the many tenants over me and my friend. But I think the utilitarian argument favors, like, let this one person live over, a naive person getting tricked.
Yeah, it's usually framed from a medical ethics perspective in the sense of people who are dying are often extremely desperate and very easy to exploit, and very willing to make trades that they might not have made in other situations. So I think it would be interesting to I think Claude will make a better argument than I will about this, but I think you might maybe be surprised by the argument that it's able to come up with. I'd be interested in if it convinces you.
Okay. I'll ask it, I guess. The thing though is like, if I were the dying person, I would also want to like try anything, you know, like it's worth it in a sense.
You might think that, but it turns out that people often, when they're in those situations, don't want to. And it's often like the family that's pushing it, or the healthcare provider that's pushing it, or you thought you wanted it until you realized that, like, oh, you're trading a lot of pain and discomfort for 4 more months of, painful,
Yeah.
whatever. It will do a better job explaining, but a big part of it is around, like, often the person themselves is not lucid and not able to make these choices themselves, and the parent or the caregiver or the doctor is making them out of desperation, or because they don't want to be the one who has to give the bad news, or whatever. And it's not necessarily a choice the person would make themselves, but the provider's like, not the provider, but like the spouse is like, try anything, even if it's very unlikely to work and extremely painful, right?
Yeah. Well,
and will cost $1 billion, and the person's like, well, I don't care, those are my stepchildren,
yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is sort of an alternative scenario than the one I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So my instinctual reaction to this is like, let's treat them differently, like case by case, right? I'm talking about the
That's
case
why...
where the person is lucid, wants to do a like, let's say it's cancer, for example, right? They're gonna die of cancer. They've tried all the normal things. Now they're like, okay, I want to try the experimental stuff.
I mean, you're almost always allowed to. Like, unless it's like eating babies or something, like something illegal.
I'm thinking about it because I don't actually know the law that well, so I'm like, it's tough for me to comment on this. Like, but I know,
that's why I was like, you should have this discussion with Claude, because I'm not sure I know the law well enough either.
Yeah, but I vaguely remember there was this, like, I'm trying to think of it, like, let me change example if my first example wasn't good type thing, which is like, wasn't there a thing where like there were people who wanted to volunteer for COVID human trials, challenge trials, or something like that, because like they thought it could help the vaccine makers figure out the vaccine more quickly, and the FDA, like, they were trying to do an altruistic thing, right? Like donating because they thought they were in good health, but the FDA wouldn't allow it.
I think yes. But that's a different scenario.
Yeah.
And would
I agree,
the utilitarian argument would be different.
Yeah. But it's still in the general shape of my thing of like, let consenting adults do what they want to do,
Right, but the class of people who volunteers for medical experiments
well, you
might
still
be
have,
in need of protection.
I was gonna say, you still have the case of maybe they're naive, maybe they're being like taken advantage of in some way, right? So there's still some similarities to the...
Often they're desperately poor, if they're willing to, or yeah. It's like they had to put up rules for people who donate plasma because the people who were donating plasma were hurting themselves. Yeah. Anyway, Claude will make a better argument than I do.
Well, so the other, I'm sort of changing topics now, related but different focus, is
Okay.
I don't want a situation where I tell an LLM, give me the best arguments for position X or Y, right? Because LLMs are now super persuasive, so they can persuade me into a wrong position, right? Like if I tell them to, persuade me of this, they can do it even if it's not true,
Right.
So it's a trickier situation now than it was, like, say 3 years ago when LLMs weren't as smart.
Well, couldn't you ask it to argue both sides?
Yeah, but then what if I find both sides convincing? Like what? Like there's this like hierarchy of techniques for discovering the truth, right? And like empiricism, rationality based, and all that, right?
Yeah.
And so like debate is what you're referring to now, right? And it's like it's okay, but it's not that good. Like you can be, like if someone's a really good debater, they can convince you of a position that's wrong, right? So when you're using debate as a truth discovery mechanism, you're at risk of just hearing what whatever the more charismatic or convincing person believes, not necessarily what's true. So
How would you know what's true in this case?
Yeah, and that's the problem. Like the way, like traditionally, I guess, the way is to it's almost argument from authority. It's like you're looking for reputational evidence, Bayesian evidence, right? Like this person or this institution tended to be right in the past, so what do they say?
Okay. Then you feel like that's better?
Yeah, it's better than debate.
Interesting. Okay.
Well, it's better for debate for a subject matter that you're not super familiar in, I guess, right? Like, gotcha. If someone were to make like a computer science argument, like even a big I feel comfortable disagreeing with large institutional positions on computer science arguments because I feel like I'm a subject matter expert in that domain, right?
Okay.
But I would not be comfortable on other domains, like say chemistry or something like that, or history, like things I
Okay.
And the problem with LLMs is that for very many topics, LLMs are probably going to be stronger than me, more knowledgeable than me in most domains.
Mm-hmm.
So if I were to employ my traditional tactic, it would be to just believe whatever they say, right? But like the thing is, I think the traditional thing had this underlying assumption that the person had like non-zero incentive to tell the truth, I guess, or at least like, or how should I say, like if they were malicious, they would have to. I don't even. How do I? I'm trying to think of how to. Like I'm sort of developing my position out loud as I'm thinking of it, right? Like because I'm not sure yet. Mm-hmm. The thing is, the LLMs don't have, I think, an incentive to be anything in this way, right? They don't have the incentive to tell the truth or to lie. Mm-hmm. And so it's a very weird situation relative to humans and human institutions.
Could you ask it to tell you what the position of various organizations or people that you do trust is?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I'm thinking about it and I can't figure out if this solves my
right.
problem or not.
Right.
It's also sort of a short-term solution, I think, because I think, like, you know, over time LLMs are just gonna get better and better, and it's
Right.
it's sort of an existential long-term thing for me, which is like at some point you're fucked epistemically. Like,
Yeah.
they're gonna be super convinced, like superhuman at persuasion. They're gonna be superhuman at knowledge. So, you know, they tell you something and you're like, well, I guess we have to accept it as true, whether or not, you know.
Right.
Like there's not really an alternative now.
Right. I guess at the time that I made the suggestion, I was like, instead of having this discussion with me, right? Like, because I'm not a subject expert, so it's better than trusting what I say about it, isn't it?
Well, I guess, like, because there's because you're not super persuasive, you're not superhuman persuasive. I feel comfortable evaluating your arguments, right? If you say something, I can say, well, does it make sense? You know, can I think of counter arguments? And that is useful, right? Like, in the sense, like, if I can't think of counter arguments, then that increases the odds that what you said is true, and if I can, that decreases the odds of what you're true, right? And I'm saying this heuristic doesn't apply to LLMs now, right? And that's what's scary
then
about
I
it.
asked, like, what if you asked for both sides of the argument? And then it like gives you counter arguments. And you said no.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I'll try it. I'll see what happens. In the short term, sure. And maybe in the long term, like the nightmare situation is like you know, give me the pros. It's like, okay, now I'm convinced. And you say, now give me the cons, and now I'm convinced. And they say, okay, give me the pros, and now I'm convinced. You know, like, because it's super persuasive. Like, it can always persuade you no matter what. Like,
oh yeah, the nightmare is already here in so many ways. I understand the existential concern. I just am not understanding the specific, like, why this particular one is specific nightmare that's keeping us up this evening.
I mean, like, just to give a flavor of this, it's like AI is good enough to convince me, like those Iranians are pretty cool, you know. If you listen to their music, like,
Yep.
You know, I'm gonna go share this to all my friends because of how cool it is, right? It's,
Yeah. It is a pretty nightmare scenario.
Oh, that was a parry. I was like, what happened there? Did I die? It's like, nope. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Come on. What? That's fucking hit me? Come on, that's such BS. Oh my god, I can't believe that didn't hit me. Oh, I'm fucked here. Oh my god. Oh my god. The floor spikes along with the threads.
Yeah. While you're in a corner.
I don't know if this gets me or not. Okay, good. Please just die already. How many hit points does she have?
What?
Oh, I'm fucked.
Oh, she's pretty.
Oh my god, we fucking did it. Please tell me we fucking did it.
Oh my god!
Phase 3, right? Now that I'm cursed, because there's this tentacle scene didn't happen last time. Because I wasn't cursed last time. Or is it the end? Did we? Okay, I guess it's the end. I guess we won. We fucking did it!
Oh my god! Oh my god! It's so exciting!
Did we turn to stone or something like that? Because remember the girl we got the curse from? They turned to stone, right?
I think so.
Like, they gave us the baby. We woke up in the middle of a forest. We went back to where she was, and she was stone when she got there. And now we're stone.
Right.
Does that mean we died? Like,
Is that the good ending?
Twisted Shout, defeat Grandmother Silkwalk
Shout.
cursed. Yeah, that's the achievement we just got.
Wow.
Oh my god, we finally fucking did it. Holy shit.
Yay!
Now I can get rid of this fucking curse and then play the game normally. With healing and items and shit.
Right. Fantastic. Good game.
You know, another controversial take I have, like that. I think Hollow Knight is better than Silksong.
I agree.
Well, we're in the minority. If you go on like Reddit or you watch other Twitch streamers, almost everybody agrees that Silksong is better in every way.
Oh, they're wrong.
Yeah. So I'm thinking I might have to spend some time writing up a thesis document about this. Because of
All right.
you know, because I'm autistic and that's what autistic people do.
That's also what people on the internet do.
Yeah, but yes, because everyone on the internet is a little bit autistic, right? There's a spectrum.
Oh, I see. I see. It's a spectrum.
I'm going to show you when this ends. I think the credit's going to end real soon. I'm going to show you a document I wrote recently that's a little bit autistic too, which is I was telling someone, oh, there's a post-credit. No post-credit scene. Through the darkness and ages you persevered. Thank you for explaining the word of Hollow Knight 6 on this meeting. I think it said the same thing last time. I was having a discussion with someone about how Hollow Knight is similar to the game Dark Souls. And they were like, I don't see how. And I'm like, how can you not see how? Like, it's so similar. And so I wrote up this long document showing all the similarities. So I'll just find that document real quick just to show you. I don't remember if my username. Oh yeah, it's Nebupukins. I wasn't sure if it's Nebu or Nebupukins, but it's Nebupukins on this one. Here it is. Hollow Knight is similar to Dark Souls and likely took inspiration from it.
Yeah.
And then, so one common thing is one common counter argument I see to this is they're saying. So I mean, like, let me do base level thing, right? Like, first of all, like, they are very similar if you take an absolutist or global viewpoint. Like, if you put the games in concept space, right? You're clustering games, and you look at like Dance Dance Revolution, you know, or something like that, right? Like clearly Hollow Knight and Dark Souls. Well, you don't know Dark Souls, so you just have to take my word for it, Steph. But people who do know Dark Souls and all, they're like, these are much closer together than something like Dance Dance Revolution or Mario Kart or Candy Crush, right? Like,
Sure.
but like, so one common counter argument, like once you get past that point, they're like, they're not that similar. It's just that Hollow Knight is inspired by NES era games. NES is the Nintendo Entertainment System, like from the late 80s, 1980s, early 1990s.
Okay.
And they both took inspiration from NES, and NES era games are hard, and that's why Hollow Knight and Dark Souls are hard, right? So that's why it is this 3-column table, which is like, you know, what is this? How does this concept apply to Dark Souls? How does it apply to Hollow Knight, and how does it apply to NES games? To see that even if you restrict it to like just this domain, like you know, forget Dance Dance Revolution and so on, you shall see that these two are much closer in concept space than the concept space of NES games.
Right.
And so I go through like, you know, here are all the things, and then so these are gameplay mechanics,
Argument
like saving the
for,
game, unlimited lives, 2 major currencies, Geo and Essence in Hollow Knight, Souls and Soft Humanity. No NES game has 2, you know, they don't do 2 currencies. Like similarities in world design, character, lore, story, you know.
Yeah.
And so it's a pretty long doc. I mean, maybe it's not long from your perspective, Steph, because you read books, right? But I mean, the typical person who argues on the internet doesn't read books. So they see this and they're like, too long, didn't read, right? It's long for them.
Right.
So,
But it's pretty standard for like a scientific paper, for example.
an academic paper,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, I wrote this, and then people were like, you know, the joke is I'm autistic for writing this. And after, you know, like talking to people about like, you know, is Hollow Knight better or is Silksong better? I say like, well, looks like I'm gonna have to write another document like this, you know.
Right.
It's gonna come. It's coming up. The thing is, I want to
Here
finish
we go.
Silksong, right? Like, so like, what if the ending changes my mind? I was like, oh, actually,
Yeah, maybe
Silksong
it
is
will.
amazing, you know, like. So
Right.
I need to finish it first before I finalize my opinion. But like, so far, it's looking pretty strongly like Hollow Knight's better in my opinion. All right, thanks, Steph. I'll see you next week, I guess.
All right. Fantastic. Good job.
Good night. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, let's see. Interact, play. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. That was Silksong with Steph. We just beat freaking Grandmother Silk while it's cursed. Regular schedule is top left corner screen every Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Pacific. That's about 2 hours, 42 minutes ago in your time zone. We have the Steph Thursday streams where we'll be playing Silksong for the foreseeable future. Every Saturday, 6 p.m. Pacific. That's about 4 hours, 12 minutes ago in your time zone. We got the Solo Saturday stream where I play random games from my review queue. We got the Discord. Join the Discord for updates to the schedule and any announcements for off-schedule streams. Where's my calendar? Let's see. Thursday, 6 on. Okay, so then Friday, tomorrow, we'll be playing Data Fall. And then Saturday, we will be playing Iterate. So look forward to that. And yeah, I think that's it. Thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of the cat parade while I look for someone to raid.